Hey, sixth graders, Mr. Brennan here. Well, I'm not there because I'm at my surgery. Today's my surgery. So I thought I'd show you this is what my knee looks like. Actually, my knee's kind of worse than this because I have you see this bony growth here? I have a lot of that back here. So that's why I can't bend my leg because the bone, the stuff, the calcific growth stops it. Anyway, after today, this is what my new knee is going to look like. Isn't it cool? And I guess they say I'll be able to run 60 miles an hour, and it only cost like $6 million. So I guess that's good. That's a kind of an old person joke. Anyway, so let's take a look. Today we're going to do kind of exactly the opposite of what we did yesterday when we used the distributive property. Today we're going to combine terms, and it's just all of solving the puzzles the way we look at it. So we're going to factor expressions. Remember a long time ago we used the greatest common factors? Well, we're back there. Factors make products. A factor times a factor is a product, right? Factories make stuff. They make products. So we're going to understand how to factor polynomials. That's numbers with more than one type of term. And we'll look at that. And so I think you're going to find this today pretty easy. We've been dealing with some intense vocabulary lately. And so the math is pretty simple. Let's take a look. The book does a pretty good job of explaining this. So if I have these terms here, we saw this yesterday. We used the distributive property. We'd say, well, 3 times 7, that's 3 times 7. 3 times 2, we distribute it. And this is another example where it really helps to see the algebra. Oh, here it is, the distributive property. This is what it looks like. And this is an example of a binomial. There's different types. Same thing here, AB minus AC. Those are different types of terms. And sometimes we combine them, sometimes we pull it apart. It just depends on the problem. So usually I assign only the or the even problems, sorry. But today, since this is an extension, and I think it's going to go really quickly, I'll show you in a second. Let's just do all of them. Let me do the first one for you. So once upon a time, we were trying to find the factors of 7. And we made like factor rainbows 1 times 7. You remember that? Go like this if you remember that. I remember that. That was fun. Huh? And 14, 1 times 14, and 2 times 7. And then I find the greatest common factor. Well, the greatest common factor here is 7, right? So just kind of the opposite of what we did with the distributive property. I'm going to take that 7 out. I'm going to pull out that factor of 7. And then I'm going to put in parentheses, well, taking the 1 out of 7, the factor is 1 plus 14 is going to be 2. So this is the end. This is the answer I'm looking for. That's what they look like. Now, some of you are going to say, well, wait, I can combine these terms. That's 3. 7 times 3 is 21. I know. And I know you know. So, but the answer is this. This is what we're looking for because later on, let me even show you, in algebra, remember we're trying to pull things apart to make these puzzles easier. So let's take a look at another example. All right, let's do a little harder one. This one, well, maybe this is a lot harder. So I got to look for, what do I think is the greatest common factor of 24 and 88? So I might start making my factor rainbows. I got 1 and 24 and 2 and 12. But, and this is something that they want you to do, list the factors like that. But I think a lot of times that gets in your way of math. If you have to do it, do it. And sometimes you get stuck. But I know the factors of 24. I know it's 1, 2, 3 is a factor, 4 is a factor, 8's a factor, 12's a factor, and 24. And so when I'm saying those to myself, I heard, is 12 a factor of 88? No, but 8 sure is. So I know 8's a factor. In fact, I know it's the greatest common factor. So if I'm going to take 8, the factor of 8 out of that 24y, that gives me 3y left. Okay, and this one's easier. If I take out a factor of 8 from 88, it just means 88x, it just leaves me with 11 x. So that's the hard part. I think it's pretty happy. Let's just practice this. One of the reasons we're doing this is because it really does let you look at numbers, and that's what algebra is all about. So I hope you enjoy this assignment. It's going to be kind of a quick one. So I'll see you later. Actually, I said I'll see you later. I guess Miss Goodwin will see you later. I'll be complaining about my knee laying on the couch.